When you love food as much as I do, it's pretty awesome to think that I get to play a part in feeding, probably over 1,000 people every week. So, first of all, we deliver CSA boxes 51 weeks out of the year, which means we're basically always planting and harvesting, pretty much. Well, we have CSA members all over San Francisco, Southern Marin, all over the East Bay, down to San Leandro, Castro Valley, and then back up through Benicia, Vallejo, Fairfield, up to Vacaville, Dixon, Davis, and Sacramento. We have a pretty great community. We have a lot of members who have been members for a long time and who are really supportive of the farm. I have a CSA member who was a child and grew up as his mother was a member. And now he's an adult, and he and his husband are CSA members too. That's amazing. Right now, we're kind of in the peak of the summer season, so it'll kind of vary through different types of peppers: lunchbox peppers, bell peppers, jalapeno peppers, serranos, tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. I think we've got plums and pluots and grapes for fruit, and we still have potatoes and zucchini, different summer squashes, and cucumbers, eggplants. And there are a lot of people, once they join the CSA, they'll come back and say, I'm so glad I'm a member. I eat so many foods that I've never tried before, like turnips are my favorite food now, and I've never had a turnip before. I mean, I never planned on being a farmer. I've always had this intense passion for cooking for people and bringing people together around the table. So when I met Nigel and got involved with Nigel, what I brought to the farm was the perspective of the cook and the perspective of the mom who's at home, using whatever it is that's in the box and bringing people around the table. And that was always really supposed to be more my role. But now I actually run the farm, so it's still my biggest focus, is trying to figure out how I can get more people interested in eating from a box and getting them sitting around the table, enjoying a meal together. So when Nigel came home from the hospital, when he was first diagnosed with cancer, we could see an enormous difference in his energy as soon as he was home and eating our food. And so I thought, so many people have cancer, and we have enough produce. So I asked him, I said, I'd like to set up this program and donate 10 CSA boxes every week to people who are fighting cancer. Well, the members responded with a few people who needed CSA shares, but they also responded with asking, how can we donate so you can give more? So right now we do 8 boxes every week goes to the family house in San Francisco, which is where families of children who are battling cancer and going to UCSF will stay. And then we have various different people, individuals, who will pick up a care share, who aren't necessarily just battling cancer. We've kind of expanded it. We've had families who lost their house to a fire, or somebody, lost their job for whatever reason, is really struggling. It's funny, I don't typically refer to myself as a farmer, although everybody tells me, well, actually you are. But I always feel like you can't be a farmer unless you drive a tractor, and I don't drive a tractor. There are so many moving parts to running a farm, like making sure the gas cans are filled, making sure the water bottles for the crew are filled, making sure they have all the packaging that they need, making sure we've got the right plants coming in at the right time, and ordering seeds for direct seeding. There's just so much. And then in addition to the produce boxes, we do all the essential oil products. We do dried lavender bunches. We use dried lavender buds to make salts, and then also infuse oils to make body care products. COVID happened. This is the world that we're living in. And rather than sitting around complaining about it, you just have to say, okay, well, what are we going to do about it? And I realized that for a lot of our members, coming to the farm was an enormous relief for them. It was an opportunity to be outside in nature. It was an opportunity for their kids to just run around freely. And so I think what it did is it really solidified the relationship that our members have to this land. Because ultimately, Eatwell is nothing without the land. And I am not an owner of the land. I'm the caregiver of the land. I take care of this land and I share it with our members, because without them, I have nothing.
What would you tell a brand new farmer? Here's my advice if you want to do this.
Make a lot of plans, because your plans will probably change. You know, my grandma used to always say, God willing and the creek don't rise. Well, now it's God willing and the fires don't start. So, life is life. There are hard times, there are good times. In every single day there will be hardships. Every single day there will be blessings. You cannot allow the hardships to hold you down. You just have to kind of keep going. You know, be willing to try something new.